guys. Is that better?
Normally when people make these videos, they order the food. Like, they don't make it like poor people. I'm just kidding, we're not poor.
Thanks. Welcome to my mukbang. We have ramen here because I'm poor. So today we will be talking about Valentine's Day. Do you want to come and sit while you wait?
Well, I gotta keep stirring it because otherwise it'll burn. Yeah. I'll just like yell from over here though.
Oh. What do you have to say about Valentine's Day?
I know a lot of people don't like Valentine's Day, and I get it, you know, like the whole idea of commercializing, you know, your affection towards other people. I understand why that would be problematic to some people. And I feel the same way to an extent, but also, like, who doesn't like getting chocolate, you know? And if you're single, then you just have a reason to complain, and people love complaining. So,
That's the truth.
this will be the first year that I have not been single on Valentine's Day. And I can say that I don't really care when I was single, and I still won't care.
Because either way, you'll be spending the day alone.
Ah!
I wasn't single last year for Valentine's Day, and I'm not single this year for Valentine's Day. I never really cared about Valentine's Day in general. It annoyed me, but I didn't really care.
Wait, don't keep that in there. Honestly, if you want to do something, I think you should talk to him about planning something rather than leaving it to him. Remember what Chris said, boys are stupid?
Yeah, I know.
He's probably gonna forget.
Yeah, boys are stupid.
No offense.
No offense to any boy viewers, but boys are stupid.
I have mixed feelings.
You have to tell a boy 80 times what you want in order for them to listen to it. And they still forget. Boys are bad listeners.
Yeah.
Can you grab me a glass of milk too? Why did you put it there? Then put it over here.
Do you want yours in a glass cup?
Yes, please.
Ooh, my hair. Ew.
Hello, welcome to our mukbang.
Hello.
People are needy. I'm needy. You don't need to be in a relationship. And I don't think that that's what people should be just like thinking about all the time. Like, oh, when am I gonna be in a relationship? Oh, how can I get into a relationship? Oh, this and that and the other. Cause it's like, just live your life. And if a relationship comes along, then just like, cool, good for you. Enjoy it while it's there. But
That's some hot tea.
don't let that be the only thing that you think about, and don't let that control what you're thinking.
I think that, at least from like the positive experiences I've had, I think a relationship tends to function best and is more fulfilling when they operate as like your friend rather than someone that you're just dating. Like, I feel like being in a relationship with someone shouldn't be like only romantic. Like, there should also be a friendship there aside from like snogging. So, because I think a lot of people have that misconception, and like maybe that works for you, but for me it seems to be a lot more fulfilling when you're friends first. So I feel like instead of seeking out like a relationship, a lot of people just need to like work on building up the friendships they have and making meaningful relationships with people, whether or not they're romantic. Like, if you have really strong feelings for this person and it's interfering in your relationship as friends and it's making both of you uncomfortable, or it's making you sad, then you should end it. Because even though they're going to be sad that you ended the friendship, if you can't handle keeping that relationship and it's hurting you, like, you shouldn't continue hurting yourself. Yeah. You know? Like, that's just sad. Not sad in like a pathetic way, I know it came out that way. It's just like sad in that you shouldn't put yourself through that for another person. I know it's tempting to, but like ultimately you have to remember that your feelings are important and valid, and you need to pay attention to your own mental well-being as much as other people's. Being single isn't sad unless you make it sad. If you're lonely, then maybe you should spend some time with your friends. Or if you're like me and you have no friends, try to make some friends.
You're home for 12 days.
I've literally been home for 12 days in a row. I've came outside 3 times. Once to check the mail and twice to take pictures in the snow. I've been in my house. I haven't left our neighborhood in 12 days. Anyway, is there anything, are there any topics that you want to discuss?
Not specifically. I just wanted to eat food. And I needed to post a video, so,
I mean, you don't need to. It's a hobby. When you start making money off it, though, like, call me.
I turn 17 in, like, a month and a half.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel weird. Also, I'm gonna be a senior next year.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I think about it, I think it's crazy. Every time I talk to people about it, I think it's crazy because I'm not ready. And, like, I'm gonna go into school and I'm gonna be like, whoa,
Yeah,
what
start
is
applying
this?
to college.
And I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm going.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to do all the stuff that I'm doing right now. What are you gonna do?
What Christopher does.
That's genuinely what you want to do?
I understand it.
I say that with no judgment. I'm just asking.
I'm like, I understand it, and I get it, and I know how to do it.
Well, right, but you don't, like, have to do that. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Speak of the devil.
This is dumb.
That's tea.
What?
I said, that's tea.
Tea?
Yeah, it's an expression. Like, that's drama.
Kind of like you don't want tea, right? So.
No, not like that.
Oh,
Some people want tea. So, I've started watching a lot of TED Talks recently. I like TED Talks, some of them. Some of them I'm like, "Arr," you know. There's a TED Talk about a guy who used to be a white supremacist and now he's not. I didn't watch it, but it was recommended to me and I was like, too far. I was watching a couple on sexism and feminism and like the behavior of men and how they've been socialized to like perform gender and everything. And in those, inevitably something comes up about sex education. And that stuff makes me so mad. Part of me wants to drop every dream I have and just become someone who educates people on sex, because some people have no idea. And it's not their fault. It's because like the system has completely ruined their education for them. And like I'll watch these videos and I'll link it back to like my sex education when I was in elementary and middle school. And I'm like, oh my god, mine was the same way, and it's taken me so long to unlearn so many things. So long. I'm not even 20 yet. But, you know, like it makes me want to drop everything and be like, okay, listen up, y'all. Because this is it. The beat.
With my experience with elementary school, they just like separated the boys and the girls.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the boys, no one knew what they were teaching them. But for us, all that they would teach us is just, there are these things that you can use when you are menstruating. And then they gave us all a bag. And then a girl passed out on me and then the lesson was done because they had to call an ambulance. That was all I learned on it. Like, my friend passed out on me from this conversation and then it was just done.
They started talks then. That stuff was more like, wear deodorant because you smell. But then when we got to like middle school, you know, it became, you know, a bigger thing. But it was really annoying because like we learned about, but when we were all together, we didn't learn anything about like female
Nothing.
puberty. It was all related to men. And
It's like, oh, that's nice.
I watched
I
all the
don't get to learn about my
presentations
body.
on the stuff they have to go through.
You're like,
learned
I know
about-
more about
No,
men's.
seriously. Like, I had to watch all the stuff. I know so much. And then we were separated, and the girls learned all their things. So the girls learned both, and the boys only learned the stuff that was related to them. And that's wild to me, because if I talk to other people, it's so crazy how little boys know. Not even necessarily because it's their fault, but because like they didn't get that same education.
The Miracle
Yes,
of Life
that's the
video,
video.
people.
But I just don't want to watch it because
It's
sounds gross.
It's really gross. And then, like, in high school is the only time that they actually taught us things. Like, as a group, it's the only time that we actually got taught real things.
That's crazy. I didn't go to a high school health class. I don't know how. I just got out of it. I don't know anything about it. In middle school, too, we focused on, like, drugs and stuff.
Exactly.
Like, we had a very small percentage of it that was related to
In
like,
middle
actual
school, we
sex
watched
education.
the video of the Miracle of Life, and then 2 weeks later, we just, like, sang songs about drugs.
We didn't have to write songs. We just made posters. Like,
We-
we were in a
I remember
I
those.
have a friend who, her name was Jade. She was, like, one of my best friends. Her middle name is Sativa. Not because... Like, her parents weren't stoners or anything. They just thought it was a pretty name. But it's a word for weed. And she learned that as she got older. And, like, I remember we had a conversation about that while we were making our marijuana posters. And she was like, yeah, my middle name is Sativa. And we were all like, wow.
Don't do drugs. Unless you really want to. We can't stop you.
It's true.
It's true.
But honestly, with our American education system how it is, you're probably going to need to figure some things out when you get older.
I was talking to one of my teachers because I'm in high school and we're changing into an 8-period class thing.
Schedule.
Yes. And so we're gonna have 4 periods one day and then 4 periods the next.
They're doing that next year?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The school system is gonna change within just a few years, and it's gonna go back to its regular schedule.
It's wild.
So I don't see why.
They do that in like France and stuff. That's crazy.
They do it in Australia too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we're gonna.
It's not crazy. It's just like
it's
we
crazy.
don't do
We've
it.
never done it. New experiences.
Should I be looking this way instead of at you the whole
No,
time?
I look at you and then I like turn and then
I've turned like twice. It's fine.
They're listening. It's fine. They're probably not even paying
They don't
attention
need to see
to our
my
face.
face. It's 23 minutes.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun editing experience.
I'm glad. A lot of people I know also beat themselves up for being single. Like, I'm unlovable, or like I'm
that's
ugly.
not what that means.
That's not it. And like, I don't know how to approach the topic without sounding so annoying. Like, of course you would say that you're in a relationship, but like, it's okay.
It's okay to be single. It's not anybody's
There's
fault.
nothing wrong with you. You're not defective.
Don't blame yourself. Don't blame other people for not liking you.
Yeah, it's fine. There's not really a way to wrap it up without sounding like a jerk and being like, what happens, happens.
But that's the reality of it.
Yeah. If you're single, it's fine. It's not necessarily your fault or anyone else's. Yeah. I know, that's hard advice too, because it's so easy to be like, well, ignore it. And they're like, well, this is a big deal to me, you know?
It's like, don't ignore it, but like, don't think too much about it.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's hard to be like, don't think about it, you know? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with you. You're fine the way you are, unless you're like abusive. But like, everyone.
Don't be abusive.
Everyone has room to improve, you know? We're all growing constantly and becoming better people. And that's good. Like, that should be your goal.
This was supposed to be a Valentine's Day video.
Hey, sex education is related.
Sex education, the school system, Valentine's Day, boys.
I mean,
I think we've gone through it pretty well. Anyway, anything else you want to say?
if you're single on Valentine's Day, it doesn't matter. Have fun, be nice to yourself.
Treat yourself after Valentine's Day because everything's
Oh my god,
on
everything's
sale.
on sale. Go get some of that chocolate, my girl.
Go get some of that rip-off chocolate.
My boy, my non-binary friends.
I think that's a good note to end on. My social media will be linked in the description as well as hers, and if you start a YouTube channel, then I'm going to put that in there too.
Do you think I should start one?
If you want to.
That was like, please don't.
My Instagram and Snapchat, as well as my new Twitter.
Oh my god, you
in my
have a new Twitter?
description. Now I can.
I didn't know that! Go follow her on Twitter. Actually, don't follow me on
Follow
Twitter.
her. I'll see you next time I do a video. I don't know when that'll be. I don't post very often. So yeah, anyway, see you next time. Let's hope that this gets posted before Valentine's Day. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.